Apple's second-generation SE launched in September 2022, and if history is anything to go by, we might be just weeks away from the SE3. But what can we actually expect from Apple's next affordable wearable? From size options to potential pricing strategies, let's break it down. First up, the size. Omdia analyst David Shea suggests that the SE3 could mirror the size options of the Apple Watch Series 8, which had 41mm and 45mm variants. That's slightly bigger than the SE2. But before you get too excited, there's more to this story. So, why the increase in size? It's likely not out of generosity from Apple. With the Series 10 poised to upgrade to 45mm and 49mm, it seems Apple might just be repurposing older tech. It's a classic Apple move, shifting the goalposts to make their new products look fresh, even when they're using the same old tricks. But size isn't everything, right? Let's talk about what's under the hood. Rumor has it that the SE3 could feature a newer, faster processor, potentially the S10, which would also appear in the Series 10 and Ultra 3. This upgrade might allow the SE3 to process some Siri commands directly on device, which could be a game changer for users. And if Apple Intelligence, whatever that might be, comes to the SE3, expect only a subset of features compared to the iPhone, given the limited space and power wearables offer. Now let's talk materials. In July 2024, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman suggested that Apple might swap out the aluminum shell of the SE3 for plastic, potentially bringing the price under $249. This could be a strategic move to lure shoppers away from competitors like Fitbit. But here's the kicker. Apple has historically resisted plastic. The only time they used it was with the iPhone 5C, and we all know how that went down. So, could this be Apple's attempt to make the SE more kid-friendly, or just a way to cut costs? And speaking of costs, how low will Apple go? The SE2 launched at $249, and while the SE3 could go for the same, a plastic shell might bring it down to $199. But don't hold your breath for anything lower. At that price, it'd only be $20 more than a pair of AirPods, and Apple likes to keep their pricing strategies tight. But what about those features we've come to expect in more premium models? Let's see what Apple is likely leaving out. Don't expect the SE3 to have an always-on display, a feature Apple has reserved for their higher-end models. AOD requires more expensive screen technology and a bigger battery, which are out of scope for the budget-friendly SE line. And as for health sensors? Sorry, but new ones probably won't make the cut. Apple's keeping its lineup separate, and with an ongoing lawsuit preventing SpO2 sensing in the US, the SE3 won't be your health tracking savior. So when can we actually expect to see the SE3 hit the shelves? All signs point to a September 2024 release, aligning with Apple's usual cycle. The SE2 launched 2 years after the original, so it makes sense for the SE3 to follow suit. Expect an announcement at Apple's mid-September iPhone event, with delivery later that month or early October. What feature are you most excited about or maybe disappointed by in the SE3? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more tech insights.